Of course, there are a lot of Jewish atheists and humanists and agnostics who deny the existence of God and life after death as well. There's also a very curious belief which you might be surprised at in reincarnation. There's a group called Chabad, which is Lubavitch. I remember having a long conversation with a man who was into the Lubavitch movement about reincarnation. I was quite surprised to believe that he did believe in reincarnation. And I found an article on the Chabad website which says that reincarnation is a belief of Judaism. It says there are many aspects of what they call Gilgul HaNeshamot, reincarnation of the soul. Goes on to say there are some sins for which the cleansing in the spiritual realm alone does not suffice. Thus, souls who have sinned and have not properly repented whilst alive are sometimes forced to undergo a second round of life in this world as rehabilitation for sins previously committed. Okay, so if you haven't done well enough in this life, you come back and try again. It also says that reincarnation provides an opportunity for souls to perform those commandments they were unable to do in a previous incarnation. Talmudic Judaism actually teaches that there are 613 commandments which are found in the Torah, which should be kept. And it says, usually a soul does not manage to fulfill all the commandments in one go, must repeatedly be reincarnated until it has fulfilled them all. Okay, so if you don't manage to do it first time round, you come back again and try again. And it then goes on to say there are some souls who do not descend for their own growth or perfection. Rather, the only reason they return to this earth is to benefit others. This can be to help out an individual or the entire generation spiritually or materially. The article actually says that reincarnation happens as many times as is necessary to fulfill the perfection of the soul, but if you fail to make any rectification in your second or third reincarnation, after 3 strikes, you're out. So you've got 3 goes at it. If you don't make any improvement after the 3rd strike, too bad, you lost. So it says a soul that has reincarnated 3 times without having rectified anything at all is not reincarnated again, which would imply that they're forever doomed. However, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, who is a great authority on this subject, explained that only reincarnations into human beings is limited to 3 strikes and you're out. These souls will continue to be reincarnated, first as kosher animals, then in decreasing order as non-kosher animals, plants, and even as inanimate objects, as long as the need exists. So that's a teaching of Chabad Judaism. And it hopes that eventually, through this process, you'll be reunited to the source and get back to God. Now, when I read this article, I put a comment on it, which I do sometimes, and I like to kind of communicate with them. I said that actually there's nothing in the Bible which says anything about reincarnation. It does say that these are Eastern ideas, which are forbidden, actually. In the book of Isaiah, it says, you, the people, the house of Jacob, are filled with Eastern ways. They are soothsayers like the Philistines. They're pleased with the children of foreigners. In other words, God doesn't approve of this idea. That's Isaiah 22, verse 6. And I quoted Hebrews chapter 9, verse 25, which says, it is appointed unto man to die once, and after this the judgment. So Messiah was offered once to bear the sins of many. In other words, you get one crack at this life, not many. And if you don't make it through the first time, that's it. That's why it's important that now is the day of salvation and you believe in Yeshua. Unfortunately, my comment has not been put on the Chabad website, but somebody must have read it, so praise God, we hope so.